What does it really mean to become who you are? For Nietzsche, this is the ultimate path to greatness. But here's the catch. The journey begins with not knowing yourself at all. In Ex Homo, Nietzsche writes, that one becomes what one is presupposes that one does not have the remotest idea what one is. In other words, before you can discover your true self, you must first admit that you have no clue who that self even is. You are something to be uncovered, a hidden possibility waiting to emerge. And this process of self-discovery, it's not just a journey, it's the journey of a lifetime, the road that leads to your own greatness. But then the question arises, where do I find myself? How do I know the path to who I am? No one can give you directions, no mentor, no book, no map can truly tell you. The only guide you have is your own instincts. They are the compass that points toward your true self. Here's how you can read that compass. Notice the questions that naturally grab your attention, the problems you can't stop thinking about, the ideas that spark curiosity in you. Those questions are like signposts pointing the way. But instincts are tricky. They can be corrupted. Nietzsche warns us that most people today are decadent. Decadence means your instincts have been warped by fear, comfort, or self-delusion. Your internal compass may be pointing in the wrong direction, leading you astray. So how do you reclaim it? The answer is simple and brutal. You must be willing to suffer, not in some abstract way, but in a deliberate, disciplined effort to face reality and confront the weaknesses in yourself. Let me illustrate this with a story. Raphael was a gifted musician as a child. He won competitions, impressed judges, and believed himself destined for greatness. But then came a national competition, and instead of winning, he placed 8th. This should have been a turning point. Evidence, a chance to learn. But Raphael reacted differently. He blamed the competition, vowed never to enter again, and avoided any challenge that could expose him as less than perfect. Yet behind closed doors, he kept creating. Hundreds of songs written and recorded in his bedroom. He told friends he was waiting for the right time. "Mine will be better than anything out there," he promised. When he finally shared his songs online, the response was crushing. Minimal engagement, harsh criticism, meaningless lyrics, boring beat, painfully mediocre. Painful, yes, but Raphael could have used it. He could have reflected, learned, and grown. Instead, he dismissed it. He told himself the critics were jealous, bitter, incapable of understanding his genius. Even when he played his music for his mom, her praise was tinged with memory. Burnt toast from his childhood masked as kindness. He clung to validation but still avoided the lessons in suffering. Why does this matter? Because Raphael's story shows what happens when we refuse to face discomfort. His instincts, the very compass that could have guided him, became corrupted. He avoided evidence that contradicted his self-image. He rejected opportunities to improve, and in doing so, he stalled his growth. Now imagine if Raphael had done the opposite, if he had accepted the criticism, examined it, and learned from it. If he had been willing to feel the sting of failure and let it shape him. His suffering would have been meaningful. His instincts would have recalibrated, guiding him closer to his true self. He could have become a musician of real depth. This is the essence of Nietzsche's philosophy. Suffering is not punishment. It is a tool. The willing sufferer uses it to identify false beliefs, destroy illusions, and reclaim their instincts. Only then can they truly know themselves. Only then can they become great. So why are some people willing to suffer while others are not? Because the willing see meaning in it, they trust that hardship leads to insight. They understand that the pain comes from clinging to false images of themselves and that by confronting it they can break free. Those who avoid suffering cling to illusion. They corrupt their instincts, misread the signs of life, and fail to grow. Becoming who you are requires courage. It requires honesty with yourself. It requires walking through fire while others take the easy path. But the reward? Your true self, a life aligned with your instincts and the realization of your own greatness. Nietzsche's message in Exe Homo is clear. Don't just settle for a version of yourself you've inherited from society, friends, or fear. Find yourself, reclaim your instincts, face suffering, and in doing so, become the person you were always meant to be.